This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night. In terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Luka Doncic out there with Jackson. Then it's Morant. Then it's Trae Young. Now here's Ball. Tips it up.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic. Some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D. But hey, it's the All-Star game.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And it's blocked. Jackson, that's a two-pointer, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Williamson with the bucket.
Powerful move there by Williamson. He's not afraid to throw his weight around in the paint.
Pass to Jackson. To the middle. Jokic with the steal. Here's Ball. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing it.
Oh, what a dunk!
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Jokic on top from the arc. And the three ball is good. Jokic has got 5.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Morant. Here's Williamson. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the East All-Stars. 3-point lead at the elbow. Jokic. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 7, and he gets the bucket. He's got 9.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Jackson, again, the West All-Star.
Boy, at the offensive end, his...
And you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
He's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Boy, what a path for LaMelo Ball. I mean, he played in Lithuania and New Zealand while he was a teenager, and eventually the 3rd overall pick of the 2020 NBA draft.
On the court for the West All-Stars, you've got Doncic. Morant is out there with Young. Then it's Kuminga.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now, here's Jokic. 11 points in the game. There's Ball with the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, I like the fact that this is something Ball continues to work on, that deep shot of his. He knows he's got to be a threat from deep to expand his game.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by John Morant. Shoots over Morant. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. And you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Out to Doncic. Going inside, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Capable of running the offense, Doncic, fantastic at getting his teammates involved.
Ball, the bounce pass. Jokic finds Ball. Outside, Davis. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? He just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
The East making a switch. Cunningham's checked in. Again, the West All-Star. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 6. Here's Jokic, and it's blocked. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Antetokounmpo out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Ball, and it's Davis.
Tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Williamson outside. The pass to Giannis. It's tipped. Covered by Williamson. Here's Jackson. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint. closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
And finished off by Doncic.
And I have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're up by 11. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
And, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And the tradition and honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue we had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it.
And the sheer muscle of Aiden. Sometimes he's impossible to stop on the way up.
He's covered by Ayton. And he makes that one.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know